So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to PPS Lab Sessions. Last week, in a previous lab, we we had gone for practical number 8 to practical number 14, right? We have started writing some practicals so that we can come to know how we can write C programs and we can achieve whatever task we want to perform. So we had gone for number of programs 1 to 7, which was very basic introduction to printf, scanf functions and some mathematical tasks. Then 8 to 14 we have completed in a previous session, which is decision and branching. So if else, else if later, nested if else, switch case and all. And today we want to go further with next programs, which is focusing on decision and looping. So in lecture part, we have also seen multiple examples of loops, nested loops and patterns and all. So that's what you will find here also. Now what I plan today is, today you are going to perform 6 programs, number 15, 16, 17, single for loop, and I want you to perform program number 29, 30 and 31. Okay, that's what I want you to complete today. Total 6 programs. Remaining in between, whatever programs we have left right now, it will contain either single or double loop, but at that place you need to have a complex logic, a little bit complex logic. So we'll be looking at those programs later or in the next week. Let us try today a very simple and easy to write programs. Okay, so that's what I plan. Total 6 programs in this lab you have to complete. Now let us discuss those 6 programs first. If you look at the 31st program, it's related to patterns, and we have seen these patterns in lecture session already. So if we want to go for rows and column patterns, then definitely we need to have 2 loops, nested loops, outer loop and inner loop. Outer loop will be corresponding to the number of rows, and inner loop will be corresponding to the number of columns. Now, in your first row, you want A. Second row, you want B. Third row, you want C. So you can have one character, initialize it with A, and once you complete first loop, first iteration, you make it plus plus. And this is the upper triangular matrix, so very simple one. Very quickly, if we want to have a look at those programs, then let me go to the lecture program that we have done today. No, not the second one, the first one, sorry. Yeah. So here we were doing that thing, right? The outer loop for number of rows, inner loop for number of columns. Now we do not want empty spaces in between, so we can comment this out. We don't want prefix spaces. We simply want the upper triangular matrix. Now this is going to give you the lower triangular matrix. If I run this one, let us have a look at the output. Okay, so this is the lower triangular matrix. If you want upper triangular one, then we need to change the condition. This is gonna be 5 minus x. Total 5 rows we are creating, so 5 minus x will be the condition for y, and that gives me upper triangular. Let me rerun. So that gives us upper triangular. Now here we have gone for column ABCD. If you want row ABCD, very simple. Do not initialize it here. Okay, what you can do is you can initialize your character A at the initial step. Then you print your A, and once you are done with a line, when you create a new line, at that place you'd make it plus plus. So first it will print A, then plus plus. So next time it will print B, and so on. So now if I run this code, will have the required output. Look, sometimes this online compilers will not give you the proper output, so try to run it more number of times and you'll have the proper output, right? So this is what we actually want. First row A, second row B, third row C, and so on. So outer loop, inner loop, decide your conditions based on what type of triangle you want, lower triangular, upper triangular, or what, and then you decide what do you want to print, whether you want ABCD, whether you want 1 2 3 4, whether you want star, what, right? So this one is the 31 first program. In 31 second program, every column needs to be updated. So that was the earlier one. Every time you want to update, so once you print A, next time you are going to print B. So in this loop itself, you make it plus plus. But every time when you start new row, you are going to start with A. तो फिर जैसे ही आप X की लूप के अंदर आते हो, आप क्या करोगे, C को री इनिशियलाइज करोगे A से. Every time you start the row, initialize it with A, and then once you print it, make it B, print it, make it C, and so on. So this is the second part of 31st program. Okay, column A, B, C, and D, and E, and so on. Right? So these were the programs, and many of these kind of programs we have already gone through in the lecture part. So that's your 31st. Now I want you to perform 30th program also, where you will be working with numbers. Lower triangular, this one is also lower triangular, right? And the middle two are upper triangular. Pattern is fixed, then loop is also fixed. Now what do you want to print? Just printf statement will change. Okay, so if you have already written a program which prints lower triangular, then for loop are going to be the same, no change there. Only your printf statement will differ. तो एक बार अगर आपने 29th का फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम कर लिया, तो 30th प्रोग्राम का फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम भी आपका हो गया मान लो. जस्ट स्टार की जगह पे आपको 1 2 3 4 प्रिंट करना है. एक एक्स्ट्रा वेरिएबल उठा लो, initialize it with 1, and then print it and increment it. So we have seen 29th program also in the lecture. Lower triangular, this one is upper triangular, and we have seen this one also, the perfect triangle. Okay, so 29, 30, and 31, these three programs are related to patterns where you need to go for nested for loops. Now let us discuss 15, 16, and 17th program. That is also we want to complete today. And if you look at the 15th program, we have done this at the end of our lecture, today's lecture. Write a C program to find out minimum and maximum from given 10 numbers. यूज़र के पास से 10 नंबर लेने हैं और उन 10 नंबर्स में से मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम नंबर आपको फाइंड करना है. So if I show you that program, then again let me go to, let us save this one first. Yeah, and second part of our lecture. And this is where we have done that program. So we run a loop and we ask user to enter 10 numbers. Now if I'm executing this loop for the first time, so if I is 0, then I'm going to assume that whatever number user has given, that is the minimum number and the same is the maximum number. Initially जो पहला नंबर आएगा वही आपका मिनिमम, वही आपका मैक्सिमम कहलाएगा. So if I is 0, only in that case you are going to perform this. After that, all the numbers given by user will be checked whether it is minimum or maximum here. अगर वो नंबर existing minimum से छोटा है तो आप existing minimum को update करोगे नंबर से. नंबर को min में डाल दिया, so पुराना वाला min update हो गया. और करंट नंबर इज ग्रेटर देन द एग्जिस्टिंग मैक्सिमम, तो आप करंट नंबर को मैक्सिमम में डाल दोगे, मतलब पुराना वाला मैक्सिमम अपडेट हो गया. एंड मेक श्योर दैट यू रन दिस कोड इनसाइड योर फॉर लूप. हर बार जैसे ही नया नंबर मिलता है आप ये अपडेट करोगे. सो व्हेन यू कंप्लीट योर लूप यू विल हैव योर मिन एंड मैक्स. आप सिंपली इसको प्रिंट कर दो. ओके, so that's the code where you have a single for loop and you find out minimum and maximum from given 10 numbers. So that's the 15th program. Now 16th program, actually this program doesn't require for loop. What it says write a program to input an integer number. ठीक है, चलो integer number user के पास से ले लिया, and check the last digit of number is even or odd. Well, explicitly it says आप पूरे नंबर को इवन ऑड चेक कर सकते हो मॉड्यूलो 2 से. फिर भी चलो अगर वो बोल रहा है कि लास्ट डिजिट को चेक करना है, देन व्हाट यू कैन डू इज आपने जो इंटीजर लिया उसको मॉड्यूलो 10 कर दो, 10 से डिवाइड करो और रिमाइंडर एक्सट्रैक्ट करो. मॉड्यूलो 10 रिमाइंडर जो भी होगा वो लास्ट डिजिट होगा. अब वो लास्ट डिजिट को मॉड्यूलो 2 करके चेक कर लो कि वो इवन है या ऑड है. सिंपल. So that's what the 16th number is. Okay, and the 17th program, that's what we want to have a look at right now. Let me show you this program. What it says write a program to find factorial of a given number. Okay, so well, let us create a new project. So we want to perform this 17th practical, and I'm going to show you one program. Later you will have your time to perform all these 6 programs. So we need to ask user for which number you want to find factorial, right? So let us take num so that we can have it from user, and we want to find factorial, so let us have factorial variable also. Now what we can do is we simply print a message. Sorry, yeah, please enter a number to find factorial, right? And then we scan that number, so that user will enter that number and we'll have that. So %d, we are working with integers only, so %d and then ampersand num. So we have taken a number. Now somehow let's say we find a factorial. So once we have the factorial, we can print that answer. So printf factorial of, okay, factorial of, I want to print that given number, so %d is, and then I want to print the answer, another %d. So the first %d, I want to print number, so let us have num, comma, second %d, I want to print the factorial answer, so I'll have that factorial here. So we take one number from user, we find a factorial, and we print that factorial answer. Now we want to focus on how we can find a factorial. Now let us understand what is factorial first. So if you say 4 factorial you want to find out, then it is nothing but 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4. Starting from 1 up to the given number you want to multiply. Same way, if you say that 6 factorial, then it is nothing but 1 multiplied by 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6. Now you can think about this in a forward manner. You can also think it in a reverse manner. Starting from a number, you decrease it by 1 and multiply up to 1. So both way you can think of. Both are equal, correct? So if I say that I have number n and I want to find out n factorial, then it is nothing but 1 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 4 multiply by, you are going to multiply everything up to n, capital N. Or in other words, you can go for, you start with n, multiply by n minus 1, multiply by n minus 2, and so on. You are going to multiply all those numbers up to 1. Now, when you try to understand these things properly, then you will have the idea, or you will have the logic how you can implement this thing. So what we want is, we want to multiply. Repeatedly we want to multiply. So we want to go for loop. मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑपरेशन जो है वो आपको हर बार रिपीट करना है. अगर रिपीट करना है तो आप एक लूप उठा लो. अब क्या क्या करना है, क्या व्हाट डू यू वांट टू रिपीट एंड फ्रॉम वेयर अप टू वेयर, 1 से लेके नंबर तक. अच्छा, एक लूप कंट्रोल वेरिएबल चाहिए होगा i, जिसको हम 1 से स्टार्ट करेंगे. डोंट फॉरगेट टू declare your variable I, otherwise you are going to have error. So I declare करो and then I को 1 से start किया and हर बार I प्लस प्लस करूँगा. अब क्या करना है मुझे, every time I जो है I am going to multiply that I to some number, या तो फिर existing factorial. I am going to multiply it with existing factorial here. अगर existing factorial आप लेते हो तो initially factorial क्या है, कुछ भी नहीं, garbage value नहीं चाहिए. So we are going to initialize it with 1, because we are going for multiplication, unit number is 1. और इसको again we are going to store it in the same variable. 1 multiply by 1, आंसर 1 स्टोर कर दिया. अब दूसरी बार क्या होगा, I प्लस प्लस, सो 1 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2, आंसर 2 आ गया. देन यू डू I प्लस प्लस, सो आंसर जो ऑलरेडी 2 था, 2 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3 will give you 6. In the next iteration, 6 multiplied by 4 will give you 24. So that's your 4 factorial. Now if you want to find 4 factorial, तो आप 4 पे जाके रुक जाओगे, and that will be your condition here. If your I is less than or equals to 4, तो आप रुक गए. अब 4 फिक्स नहीं है, मुझे कहाँ किसका फैक्टोरियल फाइंड करना है, नंबर का. So I can have that num here. I am going to run this loop 1 से लेके num तक, हर बार नंबर को मल्टीप्लाई करूँगा and I'll have that answer. So let us comment this out, because this was only for our understanding, and we have created this for loop. If I save this code, this is PPS A batch, right? Yeah, A batch 17th program. Okay. So now let us test it out. Select language. It will ask us for a number. Now if I say 5, it should print 120. So 120 is the answer. Now this is the forward loop, means 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5 and up to given number. You can also start it from 2, because 1 से multiply करने पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. We can also start this loop from 2 directly. Still we will have the correct answer. Factorial of 5 is 120. So that's forward example, 2 से लेके number तक. You can also go for backward example. Let me show you that also. So we can have a for loop here, and the same logic, factorial equals to factorial multiply by I. But अब यहाँ पे I क्या होगा? We wanna go for backward loop. Given number जो है वहाँ से start करके 1 तक जाना है. So at this place, I'm going to initialize my I with given number num. और हर बार मैं क्या करूँगा? I minus minus. So this is my backward loop. अब condition क्या रहेगी? तो your I is greater than 1, या तो फिर आप up to equals to 1 तक जा सकते हो. So if your I is greater equals to 1, then you perform this thing. So this is the backward loop. Still, we will have the same answer, 120. And what is my condition? I greater equals to 1. मैं equals to 1 निकाल सकता हूँ. I can go up to 2 only. Still, it will give me the correct answer. Excuse me. So if we test it, still we have 120 answer. So both these solutions are correct. You may have forward loop, you may have backward loop. Depending on your understanding, you can calculate this factorial. Okay, so that's the 17th program. We have discussed all 6 programs. So now it's your turn. Perform all those 6 programs. Now before I stop this recording, just post your enrollment numbers in a chat box so that your attendance will be marked. Post your enrollment number and then you start performing your programs. Program number 15, 16, 17, 29, 30, 31. These 6 programs I want you to perform today. Now very quickly post your enrollment numbers in a chat box so that your attendance will be recorded, and then you may start performing your practicals. Only 4 students have posted their numbers, so quickly post your enrollment number in a chat box, then I can stop this recording. Otherwise, I'm going to consider you as just joined this meeting and left it as it is. You are not physically present here. Yeah, so one last call, post your number, and then you start performing your practicals. Okay, everyone. So that's it. I'm going to stop this recording now, and you start working on your practicals. कभी भी आपको कोई error मिलता है, you are not able to solve that problem or something, you can ask me. So go for your practicals. 6 programs you have to complete today. पैटर्न्स वाले प्रोग्राम में सब प्रोग्राम्स हैं, एक ही प्रोग्राम में आप सारी पैटर्न्स प्रिंट करोगे, एक के बाद एक तो चलेगा. Fine. So do it now and try to complete all the programs.